Yeah. I came up out the shadows with the pain and never settled. Had to wrestle with the demons in my chest like they were metal. Every step another lesson, every failure made me special. I was built inside a furnace, pressure cooked me in a level. At the level I ain't never seen before, but now I'm stepping like I'm in it. Had to move without a mentor, had to hustle independent. All these nights I sacrificed, all these mornings reinvented. Woke up hungry, woke up stressed, but still I rose, stay relentless. Family on my back, I made a vow that I protect. Every tear my wife and cry became a sword inside my spirit. Every doubt I ever heard turned to fuel, now I'm fearless. I've been broke, I've been stuck, I've been praying for a clearing. Now I'm walking with the thunder in my chest, can you hear it? I ain't folding, I ain't stopping, I ain't bowing to the pressure. I'm the one that broke the cycle, I'm the one that learned the method. All this pain became a blueprint for the man you see progressing. I'm a product of the struggle, I'm the proof that God invested. Who he knows gon' change the message. Yeah. Grinding like I'm on a timer. Every move a new assignment. Never asked for hand-me-downs. I built the throne that I recline it, and came from moments with my pockets on E. Nobody checking on me, but I stay plotting heavy. Cooking game that wasn't free. Man, I gave more than I kept. That's the leader thing in me. I pour knowledge, feed the fan. Still remain a humble beast. I don't flex, I just work, I don't brag, I convert. All that trauma from the past, give me mileage for the turf. All that noise people talk, I'm too locked to get hurt. All that doubt just hit the filter, now I'm sharper with my work. And my daughter see the fight, see the grind, see the rise. I'm the father that I prayed for when I didn't have a God. I'm the man that I became through the nights I nearly died. But I never backed down, I adapted, then I thrived. Yeah. I've been running through the pain like a mission, like a vision, like a prophecy with discipline. I'm sculpted by the friction and the losses in the distance. Every dream I ever whispered came alive from my persistence, and the hunger in my stomach that was louder than resistance. I'm all resistance. I'm the quiet storm form. I'm the king they ignore. I'm the work at the force. It's in a world full of noise. I'm the echo of the nights, and nobody heard my voice. Now they call me like scripture. Every time I make a choice, made for this car, for the grind and the shift. Built from the mud with a heart that don't quit. Still give game like a gift. Still serve when I live. Still thank God for the wins, cause I know what it is to be lost, to be broke, to be holding on hope, to be drowning in a way that could break grown folks. But I rose, they staying close to the code that I wrote. Every setback was a lesson that refined my growth. Now I stand with the proof of the battles I survived. Every cut, every bruise was a badge of the clown. I ain't perfect, but I'm present and I'm built for the times. And I give cause I know what it's like, needing a sign. Success never made me forget where I'm from. I still wake like I'm starving with the fire in my lungs. I still grind like the rent ain't paid and the storm ain't done. I still move like battle just barely begun, but I'm still rising, still testing, still chosen, still investing, still humble, still aggressive, still thankful, still relentless. God, this the story of a man who ain't fold under stress. It's the voice of the struggle turned into a weapon. Witness. And I'm made for this, and I'm made for this, and I'm made for this, and I'm made for this. No question. Yeah. Yeah. I came up out the shadows with the pain and never settled. Had to wrestle with the demons in my chest like they were metal. Every step another lesson, every failure made me special. I was built inside a furnace, pressure cooked me in a level. At the level I ain't never seen before, but now I'm stepping like I'm in it. Had to move without a mentor, had to hustle independent. All these nights I sacrificed, all these mornings reinvented. Woke up hungry, woke up stressed, but still I rose, stay relentless. Family on my back, I made a vow that I'll protect. Every tear my wife and cry became a sword inside my spirit. Every doubt I ever heard turned to fuel, now I'm fearless. I've been broke, I've been stuck, I've been praying for a clearing. Now I'm walking with the thunder in my chest, can you hear it? I ain't folding, I ain't stopping, I ain't bowing to the pressure. I'm the one that broke the cycle, I'm the one that learned the method. All this pain became a blueprint for the man you see progressing. I'm a product of the struggle, I'm the proof that God invested. Who he knows gon' change the message. Yeah. Grinding like I'm on a timer. Every move a new assignment. Never asked for hand-me-downs. I built the throne that I recline it. And came from moments with my pockets on E. Nobody checking on me, but I stay plotting heavy. Cooking game that wasn't free. Man, I gave more than I kept. That's the leader thing in me. I pour knowledge, feed the fan. Still remain a humble beast. I don't flex, I just work, I don't brag, I convert. All that trauma from the past, give me mileage for the turf. All that noise people talk, I'm too locked to get hurt. All that doubt just hit the filter, now I'm sharper with my work. And my daughter see the fight, see the grind, see the rise. I'm the father that I prayed for when I didn't have a God. I'm the man that I became through the nights I nearly died. But I never backed down, I adapted, then I thrived. Yeah, I've been running through the pain like a mission, like a vision, like a prophecy with discipline. I'm sculpted by the friction and the losses in the distance. Every dream I ever whispered came alive from my persistence. And the hunger in my stomach that was louder than resistance. I'm all resistance. I'm the quiet storm form. I'm the king they ignore. I'm the work ethic force. It's in a world full of noise. I'm the echo of the nights, and nobody heard my voice. Now they call me like scripture. Every time I make a choice, made for this car, for the grind and the shift. Built from the mud with a heart that don't quit. Still give game like a gift. They still serve when I live. Still thank God for the wins, cause I know what it is to be lost, to be broke, to be holding on hope, to be drowning in a weight that could break grown folks. But I rose, they staying close to the code that I wrote. Every setback was a lesson that refined my growth. Now I stand with the proof of the battles I survived. Every cut, every bruise was a badge of the clown. I ain't perfect, but I'm present and I'm built for the times. And I give cause I know what it's like, needing a sign. Success never made me forget where I'm from. I still wake like I'm starving with the fire in my lungs. I still grind like the rent ain't paid and the storm ain't done. I still move like battle just barely begun, but I'm in. Still rising, still testing, still chosen, still investing, still humble, still aggressive, still thankful, still relentless. God, this the story of a man who ain't fold under stress. Since the voice of the struggle turned into a weapon. Yeah. And I'm made for this, and I'm made for this, and I'm made for this, and I'm made for this. No question. Yeah.
Mic check 1 2 1 3. Mic check. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I'm getting signs. Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. So I am faking it till I make it. I want y'all to know that right now. Your boy has been in pain. I was just in the hospital like till 2:30 in the morning on some BS. I'm gonna call it old man stuff apparently because I'm getting old. All right. They gave me a couple shots. I just picked up some meds. I'm hoping that it'll all be just fine. Right? I'm sure it'll pass. It's just going to take some time. But nonetheless, I'm here right now. Okay? And I'm just getting something set up on my screen so you guys can see what we kind of got going on right now and see if I can transition. Hey, son. Hey, Ma. Hey. My mama don't even know. Mom, I'm going to hit you up. Let's see. Probably we'll link up probably tomorrow. No, probably on Monday next week. Okay, I'll come see you. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so first of all, if y'all are tracking, right, if you're in the Discord, rather you're in my Discord at Sacrifice for Riches, you got you already know that your boy's over at KGU as a crown trader. I've been pretty much putting the family on the business as it relates to Netflix, and they're the results. I think one of our the biggest one that we got was 1,000% gain on a Netflix put option. And I want to say this: a lot of people look at these look at the stocks, right? And we approach it from a mental, like psychological, like type of decision making position, right? Where we'll look at it and we'll look at the stock, we'll look at the price, and then in our head we come up with this false narrative of what it should and shouldn't do. Okay, so like Netflix, when it was approaching like $100, people probably thought in their head like, no way it's going under $100. Like, no, it's Netflix. No way it's going under $100. We gotta get that mindset out of here, because it doesn't matter what we feel. It doesn't matter what we think. What matters is what's probable. What matters is the technicals, right? And I get caught up in it too. So y'all see these wins. I did have 1 or 2 losses on Netflix too after I got all the gains. So let's say, when we fell under $100, of course I already put the family on notice. Let everybody know in the community what we were doing. If you want to be a part of the community, then please do consider becoming a member, right? Always giving plays where I can, when I can. It takes, it doesn't take long for me to post, but it does take me some time to kind of put in the work in between sessions or whatever, so you guys can get important levels and setups. So nonetheless, after we fell, I want to say to like $96, $94, something like that, I did see that volume start to slow down on the selling side for a little bit, right? So I did think of changing my bias back towards the upside, because we had hit my level nearly, right? But we didn't quite hit my take profit target. My take profit target was like 94.65, 94.67, something like that. But we just fell like just shy of that. We were just there. So then we've seen a lot of what you call liquidity grabs. So sell side liquidity, where you start to see a bunch of bottom wicks pop up, right? So I was patient. I seen it, and then I started to see as like kind of, I seen this trend. Is typically what happens is that they do a liquidity sweep right before it does a reversal. So I hopped in early on a position on a call option towards the upside that ran up 15%. However, intraday supply and demand had occurred, and then it was very clear and apparent that we were sandwiched between these two zones. And I'm not going to go over it with you. I already did this with my Discord. That's like an exclusive breakdown type deal, but I'm talking to y'all about it so y'all understand that it's not all gravy either, okay? So once it hit the level of supply, right, it continued to be rejected. And then on the third leg up, right, it failed to even touch the supply zone. So that was my sign that it was time to hop into shorts, because I had multiple confirmations saying that we were not going to be going towards the upside. Instead, I did have a confirmation that we were trading in a neutral pattern. And traditionally, I know that coming out of a neutral pattern typically leads to a like a 52 to 55% chance of a continuation in the direction from which the neutral pattern formed. So I ended up holding into that because the neutral pattern was still shaping and the play wasn't necessarily invalidated. Instead, it just wasn't confirmed. So sometimes you got to make that decision to just cut it and then wait for a solid confirmation, or just not get in it at all if the confirmations aren't clear enough. So that was one of my L's on Netflix. I don't have it here to show you, but it is what it is. I'm telling you that it happened. But it didn't eat my lunch money because we made plenty money on Netflix on the other side. So swing trades has been dominant this week. Shout out to everybody in the Discord, KGU, Sacrifice for Riches. Shout out to y'all for following suit. I know a lot of people made a lot of money, and I know a lot of people DM'd me. I appreciate the acknowledgement. I appreciate the praise. I appreciate the shout outs. Yeah, do that. I love it. But at the same time, don't forget to celebrate you, because you looked at the play and you decided to run and execute it. And it's because of you that you are X amount of dollars richer because of it. So shout out to y'all for even messing with me, right? Even like entertaining the content that I put out, because yeah, there's meaning here. Yeah, there's value here, but you have to see the value in it, right? Like I can't just tell you, hey, this is valuable. You need to put in the work and you need to see it play out in work. And that's the only reason why I even presented my wins here publicly, right? Like this is private stuff, right? But I'm showing you that it works, and it just takes patience and discipline. And I don't always have it. I'm not going to pretend to be perfect. I'm far from it. I got a lot still to work on myself, and that's why I'm on my journey. And that's what allows me, I think, to just stay humble, because I've been humbled and it is what it is. All right. So what's up, JC? What's up, Ernacia, Queen? I see you, Eddie. My mom's in the building. You show better. Oh yeah. Yeah, I will, I promise. I just got out of the hospital like at 2:30 in the morning because I have like this pain. It's like I could barely move, but it's like so your trap is here, and if you reach right behind it, there's like, I don't know, it feels like a knife in my back, right? And I'm on meds right now, which is like kind of keeping it down, but essentially like any slight movement, like I was just falling to the ground. Like I was gonna drive myself to the hospital. I couldn't. And we got the kids here. I had to call the damn ambulance last night because there was nothing I can do. And this thing was like going on from 4 a.m. until I was trying to go to bed at 11 p.m. or whatever. So, it got to a point where it's like, this is unbearable. Like, it's 100% unbearable. So they gave me a couple shots, and kind of like gave me some medicine. I picked up the medicine today, and I'm kind of just trying to muscle through it. So, all right. So let me get rid of all of these wins, right? Ooh, whoa. Give me a minute. And let me hide. Can I group these and hide them? Group. All right. Okay, so that being said, before I get into it, I want you to also know I can't be here that long. I got to pick up my kids around 6:30, so that's in like 45 minutes or so, or less. So I'm gonna look at the comments. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna see if there's any questions, and then we're gonna get into the rapid fire chart analysis, and then we're gonna be on our very merry way, right? Before I do that, I'm gonna make sure that people have the option to join the community if they so choose. And so I'm going to put that link in the comments. If you are in KGU, and you're not a doctorate, please do consider becoming a doctorate because we're live trading and training. If you are a subscriber to this channel and you're not a part of my community, then hey, consider joining, right? We do live training and trading, right? And on top of that, we have a Discord exclusive app that is designed based on mindset principles, and then there's trading education, there's rapid fire alerts and stuff like that that's in there too. I'm going to do I got to get together all the material, and then I'm gonna present that to everybody and open it up to the public so you guys can then decide if you want to utilize that as a service for you. Some people don't want to be in the Discord. Some people want to be in the Discord and then also have that as a tool. You can pick and choose whatever you want to do, but that is an option for you. Okay, so let me check out and if I have time, I'll give you a little preview too. It's not a big deal. I don't see how to get access to the Discord. Oh, what's up? Hey, shout out to Greg, everybody. He's our newest Megalodon. Shout out to you. The link to the Discord is under the members tab on YouTube, Greg. All right. So go to YouTube, this channel, and then go to members tab, and then scroll down until you see like a Discord invitation, right? And then just follow the link, and then we'll welcome you. If you don't see it there, then just let me know. And then following this, I'll make sure I'll repost it before the night is over, and then we'll get you over there, okay? And for some reason, if you don't see the tab, which I think you should be able to, if you can DM me, I'll DM you the link as well, okay? Yeah, everybody shout out to Greg. He just joined Sacrifice for Riches community. I seen him. I was like, man, I hope he can figure out how to get there. Oh, also, I added Greg on your members tier. You should see a link as far as instructions for perk instructions. So if you go ahead to your members tab, there's a link, and it shows you how to access the Discord. So anybody that becomes a member, that's what you got. All right. Yep. My pleasure. All right. Show better. All right. Pray. Okay. I appreciate the prayers. All right. I am muscling through this. Okay. So I don't know. We got 17 people here. We're about to get right into it. If we get this up to about 30 plus people, then we'll see what I can do. Okay. That's just in the live stream. All right. So without further ado, let me explain what's going on. If you're a first timer, this is the rapid fire chart analysis, right? What do we do here? Well, your boy essentially, I bring up the charts, and then I look to the chat, and I see if I look for tickers, right? So I'm looking for your ticker requests, and I would then go into the charts and then analyze the charts and give you some direction as far as how I see that specific ticker or stock playing out. Now, it's important. It's not necessary, but it is helpful if you are able to give me some type of context as far as what you're doing or what you're trying to do. So, for instance, rail, AAPL, right? In calls, looking for puts, long-term investment, something short and sweet like that. That gives me an idea as far as how I can then narrate me walking through this process as if I'm talking to you about what your needs are. Because I can just talk about the chart in general, but at the same time, I can direct my narrative a little bit towards what you're trying to accomplish by me looking at the ticker. Now, if your name is in green, that means that you are Sacrifice for Riches Discord member or YouTube member, right? That means that you get priority ticker requests. So if I see a name in green and 5 names in gray, then guess who's going to get priority? A name in green. I'm going to get that ticker. If you're in KGU, right, then KGU is home. And I will always say it. Everybody in my Discord knows it. That's home, right? At the end of the day, if you're KGU, you guys also get priority access as well. So all you have to do and be straight up, but just put hashtag KGU in that on that same comment, okay? So you can say AAPL, looking at calls, hashtag KGU. I want to know where you're from, right? And we're going to leave it at that. I do things based on timer. I'm not looking at any tickers until I say go and you see a chart on my screen. We're going to start this timer for, let's say, 20 minutes. And if we have extra time, we'll go into it. But we're going to do 20 minutes today because your boy is struggling a little bit here, okay? So bear with me. I'm normally a little faster, a little sharper, but I'm also fighting some pain. So 20-minute timer. I'm going to flip over, make sure we're good. I'm going to do a mic check, and then we're going to go from there, all right? Put a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. And you can hear me. And Greg, once you're there, it's all good. You're gonna come into the welcome channel. I'll get that notification, and then I'll end up updating your role. I already know what you are, right? I already know you're a megalodon. Shout out to you. All right, we got it once in the chat. Let's go. All right. Email. I see you. Miss Philly, I see you. Hey, I went to Philly last year. Good time. Good cheesesteaks. Mr. Adam Prince, I see you. All right. Mine isn't in green yet. And hey, you said yet. Go ahead and follow that link and become a member. Join up, big dog. Love to see you. Love to have you. So this is Stocks for Real, Rapid Fire Chart Analysis. Let's get into it. Did we work? All right. Timer started. What we got? All right, let's see here. CVNA. I'll take it. Carvana. All right. Now this stock, in my opinion, it shouldn't even be up. But you know what? Institutions are in this big, so they ain't gonna let it slip. But it is what it is. So I don't know what you want to know about Carvana, but at the same time, I mean, here's just a quick skinny on this, right? You have a cup and handle that formed. We talked about this before. Let me see if I can just make this a visual, because I know not everybody is on the up and up when it comes to stuff like this. So if I go here and I can do an arch, okay, so I can go boom, boom, and boom. So you got this situation that's going on here. Technically, the cup and the handle started right here, and then we kind of launched off. So at this point, we have a neckline that we already came back down to and retested. So we came up, we had our handle, then we broke the neckline, and then we came back to retest the top of the bowl of this top of the bowl, right? And now we're going up again. So now you're probably wondering where we're going. This is a very in-depth, this will be a very in-depth conversation because I would have to dive into this and figure that stuff out. Without context, I don't know what you want. If you're looking as far as when to get in, a quick look at this means that it's telling me that we are in an ascending channel at this point. We're seeing higher highs and higher lows, and we're at the top of this ascending channel. So that would instantly tell me that I am not looking to hop into Carvana at this current level. Right now, I'm looking for a potential reversal. So let me scroll back. Yeah, hold up. We had a previous level of supply that formed. Okay, we broke supply. We're in a new trading channel area. So hold up. Let me see if I can help you out with a little bit here. All right. So this is my new floor. And then we have a ceiling. Okay. So unless we break here at 474.09, we're probably gonna like come on down. But as of right now, there's a couple of things that's going on. One, you're above your 21-day EMA, right? So there's some strength here as we're going up. But we have hit a wall. We are seeing some sell side resistance up here. You can tell by the top wicks that you see reacting to this level. On top of that, as price is going up, volume is kind of going down, but that is another indication that we were slowing down and we could be looking at a reversal. So as of right now, you would be looking, if you're looking to get into Carvana, right, you'd be looking to get in around the 21-day EMA at 467.20. If you're looking for calls. If you're looking for shorts, you can probably look at that right about now, but then you need to have a stop loss right above 474 right? 474.09. And when I mean the stop loss, I mean the confirmation, meaning a candle closing above this level. If you get a candle that closes above this level, then that means that we're very much likely to head to this ascending line of resistance, and that would be a tag of about $500 or $501. So just be careful with Carvana. All right, moving on. What's next? CMG. This is by Queen Fee, right? CMG. I don't know this stock. This is Chipotle. Okay, I know this stock. Chipotle. Some expensive food, and they must have had a stock split. That's cool. All right. Hey, Queen, I want to thank you in advance for putting us on this right now, because I was not tracking the stock split for this. I think this was in like trading in like the 300s or something, right? So this is I like what I see. All right. So essentially you can already tell a couple things looking at the stock, right? One, we tried to break through here, right? And then we came back and we seen some resistance. So this became like a level of resistance. We popped above this level of resistance. It became our new support, right? And now we're in a downtrend, right? With lower highs and lower lows, right? We're seeing it. We've broken back under this neckline or this previous level of resistance, right? And now we're seeing resistance again. So here's what I say with Chipotle, right? I'm not going to give you like a take profit target on this right now. But I can see us being bullish on this for as long as we close above 34.87. This is a daily time frame, but let's see what it looks like on the 65-minute. Okay. Okay, this is pretty nice, right? So we had a demand or a supply zone that then became a support, and now we're looking at 34.83. Yeah. Now we're back above the 21-day and 200-day EMA. So there's a couple things here. One, this here is right here is a cup and a handle, and now we're breaking above. So again, I would be bullish on this position if we can confirm above 34.83, and then my take profit target on this would be the previous level of past support. That should become resistance at 38.34. All right, I'll move on from there, but we're gonna put this. I'm gonna put an alert on this one. Okay, I'm gonna put alert on CMG. Okay, what's next? What do we got? SoFi. Who is this? Wagunaske Seika. Man, I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. SoFi. You know, this is my baby. All right, so I already told everybody on SoFi that we're likely to come on down. I call that all the way up here. I say we're likely going to come down to 26.15. If we came back down to 26.15, I say that we're likely to trade kind of sideways, chopping back and forth between this zone as SoFi is trying to determine a direction. Now, I'm going to give you some game because I just know about SoFi. One, SoFi is looking to be added to the S&P 500. It's not happening yet. Why? Because there's other companies that are kind of jumping ahead. So as far as what's happening this month, S&P 500, the committee meets on the third Friday quarterly. So it's this month in December. I think the next one is in March. And this month, we've already identified who the new bodies are going to be that's going to be added to the S&P. One of them happens to be Carvana, which we just looked at, which is a reason for why you've seen the big pump. Unfortunately, SoFi didn't make the bag. Why? Well, you got to think about it. The S&P 500 is a portfolio of stocks, right? So we're trying to figure, so they're trying to make sure that they have a diverse group of stocks in there, just like you would in your portfolio. They have fintech technically right now. When you look at Block, when you look at PayPal, when you look at, I don't want to say a firm. There's another one. I'm sorry, I can't think of it. But anyway, they have some of what SoFi is in their portfolio. I think Robinhood is in there now. I can't remember. So, SoFi has its work cut out for it in that regards. For SoFi to make it, it really needs to be a dominant figure in that space. Now, SoFi has checks all the boxes. Please check out the video that I posted about SoFi and as it relates to what's required for it to enter the S&P, because it checks all the boxes. Now, the only thing that's missing right now is for the committee to meet and for them to put them in there. Essentially, that's what they need to do. But I do feel like SoFi, now that they've added crypto to their space, once they unlock the ability to transfer wallets to their platform, I think it's going to be absolutely insane. SoFi, I would be very surprised if once that's unlocked, I'd be surprised if SoFi doesn't hit close to $60+ a share. Now, so what does that mean as it relates to investments? Well, SoFi, you can invest it anytime you want to. This is not financial advice or a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. But at the end of the day, SoFi, you have to understand what it's worth, right? Like, and then you have to do your research and identify, if that value makes sense to you. For me, I own SoFi at $4, $6, and $8. Those are my averages for shares. So I'm way up, and I've already trimmed my position once we were around $30. So I have still a good size, but at the end of the day, for me to load up on SoFi, I am waiting for us to come back. I want to say it was about $19. So in between 1857 and 1979. Will we get there? I don't know. We'll see. But another, a nice entry would be for around this 4-hour demand zone that I've established that ranges between 24.22 and 24.68. If you see some strength here and you see some stuff start to happen, like big reactions, right, failing to confirm below this demand zone, then that's a good signal for you to hop in on some long leap options and ride the wave up. All right, so that's why I'm gonna leave it at SoFi. Any more information you want on that, please look at the channel, subscribe, and like the video. Leave a comment, let me know if it helped you. Next up, we have Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. We already know what's going on with Elon, right? And we know what's going on with Tesla. Now, we did a lot of work, and I know that this looks like a lot, right? But it is what it is. All right, so what I'll do here so I can get rid of some of the noise, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just delete a few things here, okay? That way it all kind of like can make sense and it doesn't look too crazy, okay? What I'm doing, I'm eliminating the content or information that I just don't think is really that relevant, because I can always refine that information. So Tesla. So I mean, pay attention to what you see. So one, we've been calling Tesla for a minute, right? We rode this wave in this neutral pattern that you see here. Let me highlight it so you can see it, right? And then it finally did this breakout, right? It broke through the supply zone, came back, retested our level of resistance, and now it's kind of on this pump up. Now, what happened, what you're seeing here is that we had some sense of like a false head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so essentially, essentially we have what you see as a shoulder, a head, and then they try to say, oh yeah, here's another shoulder. But this is not how the pattern is supposed to look, right? So this is a false signal, which was definitely invalidated once this came back up. Now people are probably looking at this and like this area, and then here and here, and you say, okay, we got a higher high, a high, higher high, and then we have a lower high, and then you're thinking, oh well, the trend is broken and Tesla's coming on down. That is not what I see here, right? Not necessarily. Okay, so right now I would think of this more of like a flag pattern or of like a neutral position. So Tesla just took off and broke out of a neutral position, and now it's kind of doing the consolidation dance, right? It's trying to figure out what the next direction is. You can pull up a volume profile and clearly see that this is a neutral position. If you don't know what this is, it's a D-shaped formation. It tells you that, we have a range right now, and Tesla's essentially trading within this range. So for me, if you're looking to play Tesla, I didn't get any context as far as if we're long or short on this, but you can clearly see that we are trading within this pattern, right? So we have this pattern here. Now we are at the top of this descending line of resistance, and we very well could be coming on down to retest this right here at 377.89. However, be careful, because the true entry for me is going to be at 415.49. If we were to come back down, if this is the ceiling right here, and we're going to see resistance and fail to break through, then I would be looking to pick Tesla up for calls if we can see a bullish reversal signal around this level, and then I'd ride this wave up. Now, if we don't and we shoot through, then of course you play it that way too, but also ultimately, then I'd be looking for confirmation back above 377 to ride this wave all the way back up. Now, if we don't fall and we're looking that it looks like we're going to break, then you have to understand that we would need to have confirmation above this level here. Okay. We need to have confirmation above the supply zone that I have at the top of the supply zone is 455.23. So if we can gain confirmation above here and see some bullish momentum, then we'd be riding this wave all the way up to 473. Okay. Because of that, and because of the confidence I have in that play, then I'm going to set myself an alert. I'm going to make sure that I look back and I set up the Megalodons and the Leviathans on this position and make sure they're on game for whenever the time comes. Moving on. Next up, Denise says that CMG stock split was 50-1 in June 2024. That makes total sense. Okay. That's forever ago. But, you know, I think that's probably the last time I looked at it too. Okay, because I don't see any more like greens, I'm going to start looking at the grays as far as the people that are subscribed but not yet members. Okay, so Miss Boy says what to expect. What's the expected day for SoFi to add? Well, if it wasn't this month, then my expectations is March. Okay, my expectations are March. Why? Because in January, that's their next earnings call. I want to say January 28th or somewhere along those lines. And then after that, that's going to tell the committee of the S&P 500 a lot, especially the fact that we've added the crypto. And then, of course, that's going to bring in a ton more members, in my opinion. And I actually love the way it looks so far versus what it used to be as far as the crypto setup on SoFi. Super seamless. It works with your accounts and easy to buy and sell. And I'm ready to transfer all my money to SoFi, and their fees are low. So that might be subjective, but let's see what we got. Okay, hold up. Yeah, Ma, I'll call you later. I'm on kid duty and I gotta leave soon. Hold up. Mine isn't green yet. Okay, Mr. Adam, what are you waiting for? Your name isn't green yet. Everybody, tell Mr. Adam, let's join the community. Let's be a member. All right, my queen Denise. She loves Walmart. I love Walmart too, as far as the stock goes. All right, and we've been pumping. So okay, Walmart. Well, one thing, at instant glance, I'm not touching Walmart for calls if that's what you're looking for. There's too much of a gap between the stock price and the 21-day EMA. Now, this doesn't mean that it has to come down, right? This is just one of my non-negotiables. I'm not about to catch this right here, okay? Now, I do see that we have an engulfing bullish bar right here, but at the same time, this is more than that. This is actually a neutral move, and I want to show you. Here's this right here. This would be considered a well, it's kind of like an inside bar, but it's still a bullish engulfing, but it's close to an inside bar. So I just be careful on this right here. Let's see. Here we go. I'm gonna have to get rid of that real quick. Let me zoom out and see if I can give you some more context, Queen. Yeah, I mean, for me, like the instant thought for Walmart is that we're in this channel, obviously, but we're at the top. We're at the top of a channel, and that's the last place you want to enter a channel, is at the top of the channel. So on the daily, we're trading sideways. So I know that this is neutral, right? Let's go down closer. Let's check out the 65-minute on this guy. On the 65-minute, we are, what is this pattern? Nope. Okay, this is an ascending triangle. Nope, this is not it either. Okay, So this is like it's like a weird megaphone type pattern, but not the same thing. And it's a false head and shoulders pattern. Okay. All right. So for this, pretty easy. They're doing the trickery right here on what do you call it, on Walmart. So right now we do have a supply zone established here. Right? We have a supply zone established. So this is telling me that we're going to be pretty bearish. Okay. So if I was a betting man, right, I look at this and I'll say, yeah, I can just short this and not even think twice about it. Why? Well, one, we came into a supply zone, we got kicked out. We came into a supply zone and we have a strong top wick out of it. We came to a supply zone and we failed to break into it. So now your next test is, do we retrace and then come back? And if we come back, if we don't even touch this, like we come back here, then that just tells you that we're probably going to come on down. Okay. So I would not be confident hopping into a Walmart call unless we are to confirm above 116.29. And even so, your range is just $1. So just be careful. Okay. So next up, what do we got? We got 13 seconds. All right. I see email QQQ on KGU. This is too close to like the S&P type stuff. So let's see. So that is time, but I'm going to take care of this for email. And Greg, I'll do Nvidia. And cause new guy, I got you, big dog. All right. So QQQ. Let's zoom out. Let's take a quick look on the Q. Please make sure you guys are subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Man. We're neutral overall. So for this is so obviously, as you can see, when you zoom out, you see that we're in an uptrend. We had a V-shaped recovery and now we got higher highs, right? On this makes total sense. But I'm really trying to, this would be considered a supply zone on this, but I don't like it. It's not strong enough for me to like give it validation, right? However, that doesn't mean we have to ignore it. Essentially, when I'm looking at this, if we get kicked out of this level, which the bottom of the supply zone would be 624.66, if we get kicked from here, then that's an indication that we could be coming on down, right? We really need to blow through this, and it needs to look like this. We need to blow through here and maybe retrace back to this point and then break through. If we fail to break through, then that means that bulls is they're still fighting, and we would come on back down. So you need to break above 636 in order to be kind of confident in this. Let's zoom in real quick. All right, so zooming in, I would give this a passive score. If you guys don't know, there's a passive and an aggressive supply zone. This is something I would consider it a passive zone. So that means that there's a lot of chop that will go along in here. So be careful. Now, with chop zones like this, we were playing a SPY in a passive 4-hour zone. So that means that we were playing the bottoms to the tops and the tops to the bottoms. So for here, if we break into this supply zone at 624.70 and we start to confirm above, or we see some bullish momentum into it, then I'd say, okay, well, let's get some calls and then we'll have a tight stop loss. We're not why we're going to have a tight stop loss right underneath the supply zone, because that tells us that our play is invalidated and we just need to be patient. And that's kind of what's going on right now. Now, when you see something like this, be careful. Not be careful. Like look alive, because this is indicating that we could possibly be on an absolute rocket to the upside. Okay. I don't even know where we are post market on this. Oh, we're where we at. So I say that because once you start to consolidate at a border of a zone, it typically means that you're going to just crush it, right? Like imagine SWAT showing up at your door. right? And your door is like super barricaded, and you're like, no way you're getting through this, right? And they just keep going at it and at it and at it and at it. Eventually, they're gonna get through, right? And that's kind of what's going on right here. They're knocking. They're breaching, right? And eventually, I think they're gonna get through. So you really pay attention to this if you're a Q follower, okay? And then the last thing I'm gonna do is Nvidia. Then I gotta get going soon here. Nvidia, right? This was brought to us by our newest member, Gregory Pierre, right? GGP. All right, so we covered this in the Discord, okay? So Nvidia, we have a range. I want you to know this. We have a top range where our supply is, where our sellers are living, and we have a bottom range where our buyers are living, demand zone, okay? So bottom is 164, and then the top of the tops is 198, but I have it tagged at 196.44. So essentially for Nvidia, I'm not trading Nvidia in the middle here, not at all. I'm not trading Nvidia around this 183.47, right? The only way you can confidently trade this is if you can get confirmation above or below this level, and as of right now, it does appear that we have confirmation below. So when you see, this is our Crossroads, Greg, and you're going to learn about this as we're doing our live training sessions, right? If you see like a blue dash line, typically it'd be a thick royal blue dash line. That is called a crossroads for me and our team, right? And if we cross under that level, then that is a sign that we could potentially have a bearish bias, right? If you get too far away from it, like we are right now, then you wait for the retracement, which is happening, and then you look for re-entry so you can ride this down to our demand zone, which the demand zone is, the top of the demand zone is 172.51, okay? So if I'm looking at this position and let me zoom in, we had our sell-off, then we have our bullish move. So we have our three white soldiers is what it's called, right? And we're seeing some buy side imbalance. So this was looking bullish, right? So now we have sellers trying to step in, right? However, they're being met with the buyers. The buyers are still cooking. So they try to push it down, right? And buyers push it up. They try to push it down and buyers push it up. And now you're seeing the sellers start to look like they're winning. So we're looking for price action around here. Technically, this would be our supply zone for this area. And we have a supply zone up here too. Okay. So our supply zone. So essentially what I'm telling you right now, Greg, is if we're looking for another leg, because by the time market opens, there's going to be a big move one way or the other. So we failed to break through the supply zone. So now we're going to check at open. Are we going to pump through, or are we going to come back to retest this 181? And if we fail to retest it, then that might be your sign to enter your shorts. Now, I don't go heavy around here because we're too far away from key levels. But if you want scanning the game, that's what I would be looking for. Now, towards the upside, I wouldn't be too quick to hop into calls because our immediate resistance is at 183. So that's a $2 move. Not bad, but you have a lot of resistance going towards the upside. So just be careful. I'm going to leave that at that. I'm going to put an alert here, and then I'm going to put an alert around. No, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to check this out later, though. I'm going to check it out later. I do have alerts set up for this. All right, so I think that's what I got. Let's go, fam. Hey, Miss Boy Jr. She's been a queen in the DM. She's always checking in on me or whatever, and is really appreciated. She's like like my market mom. And my mom, if you're still here, Miss Queen speaks highly of you. She's like, you must be so proud. All right. Okay, so let me do this. It's 6:16. I gotta leave in like 5 minutes. Any questions, comments, concerns? Put a 1 in the chat if that was helpful. Please hit the like button. Please share the video. It's very, very helpful. Y'all already know I don't do a lot of public videos. A lot of my information content is for my members or KGU. right? So yeah. So yeah, please consider making sure you like, share. Ernacia, I'm sorry, Queen. I see that. Oh no, I did Tesla. We're good, and I did your lift, and we did SoFi. Okay, so one thing I typically do at the end of these sessions, I make sure that we go down the gambit and we talk about real quick what stocks we covered during this whole thing. So what did we talk about? We covered Nvidia. We covered QQQ. We covered Walmart, WMT, Tesla, TSLA, SoFi, SOFI, Chipotle, CMG, Carvana, CVNA, Netflix, NFLX. So we covered all that today. And on top of that, we did some private stuff on the side too, to which me in the Discord talked about Silver, SPY, AMD. All right. So we have been killing the game, and I love to see it. So shout out to everybody who's been cooking with your boy. Called me Cooking Rail before I was Stocks for Real. So, you know, Chef Boyardee. All right. Super helpful, very helpful. Thank you. Thank you, Greg. Off. Let's like, share. Yeah. Oh, don't leave. Hold up. I got something for y'all. If I can get 5 fire emojis in the chat, I'm gifting memberships right now from 5 different people. No, I need 10. I need 10 fire emojis in the chat. If I can see 10 fire emojis in the chat from 10 different people, then I will gift the memberships. If I don't see it, I'm not doing it. There's no participation trophies in here. Okay. Fire emojis, not number ones. Queen Nisha. What's included in your Discord and what's the cost? All right. So the Discord, well, you get direct contacts with me, right? If you are Megalodon, you get live training and live trading sessions. You get discounts on products and services. Like we have a Discord app. You get live rapid fire chart alerts. So you get live play alerts inside of the Discord. If you get the app, you get swing trade alerts like nobody's business, right? So I do a lot for the Discord members. Rather you are a minnow or rather you're a megalodon or leviathan, I make sure that I supersede the value of what you're paying, right? And I think hands down, I think I do a lot. But you know, I don't just say that to say it. I say it because people tell me that I do. I'm always thinking about the community here, because nobody's going at this alone if I have anything to do with it. So we're all on this journey together. So consider becoming a member. The link is here. If you are a KGU and you are not a doctorate and you want to upgrade in KGU, shoot me a DM or go to my crown channel, which is Swing Trades with Braille, and then just say doctorate, right? And or something, and then I'll send the link. Okay, let's get it. Fire, fire, fire. All right, so I want to say this. I'm going to give you these memberships, right? But it's not like the maximum tier. So you won't get everything, but you'll be part of the community. All right. So I would still highly recommend that if you are gifted the membership, once you're in there, I would consider upgrading to the top tier because they get a lot. Everybody gets a lot, but the top tier gets a lot. Okay. If that makes sense. All right. So I got to get my kids. So we're going to do this. I'm sending 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's see who a new member. Hey, let's show some love to John M, AKP, All Things Labrie, Mr. Alpha Zil. Is that Alpha like from KGU? Just let me know. Hiding in here in the showers. Got you. No, I'm just kidding. Christy M. Shout out to all of y'all for being the latest and newest members of S4R, Sacrifice for Riches. Miss Boy, you didn't get a membership? Come on. I tried. I tried. You know what? Hold up. Here's another 5. because I got more than what I needed. I got another 5 in there. Let's see if we can get Miss Boy in here too. Ooh, we got G Loves. We got Bahar G. We got Punk Drummer. We got Roll Life. You already? Oh, you're just typing. Raider Jesse. All right, we got Boomy Gorilla. Miss Boy, oh my God. I'm sorry, Queen. I tried. You're going to have to just pay. I don't know what to tell you. I tried, Miss Queen. Miss Boy, I tried. Everybody welcome. So, hey, I want y'all to do this, okay? Y'all just got gifted memberships. So make sure you go over to the members tab and then look for the Discord link and then join up on the Discord, right? It's going to give you some instructions, and then it's going to give you some instructions. And I just, when you come in there, you just type gifted, all right? And I'll make sure that you guys get the proper roles so you can see what you need to see, because the channels are blocked. You won't just be able to go in there and do whatever you want to do. So you need to go in there, you need to type gifted. All right, we just giving gifted. Roll Life in here, gifted membership. Shout out to Roll Life. Big Dog Leviathan in the group. And man, shout out to Art Vein. Everybody shout out to Roll Life for gifted memberships. All right. Being well. All love, John. 1512 Romeo. Hey, your military. We got the Joel Madsen and Stanley Jones. Shout out to y'all. Okay. Welcome to the group. I'll see y'all over there. I got to go get my kids and be dad for the night. So, appreciate y'all. If you get in the Discord, look for the app, download the app. There's a free version, but I would highly recommend hopping into the paid version. That is in addition to the Discord, but your boys puts a lot of work in there, so everybody's taken care of, and so everybody's eating, right? At the same time, we got to talk about our mental, and because that's 90% of this game, and that's what I want to focus on, right? The plays will be there, but the mental game, hey, we got to get that squared away, all right? Happy holidays, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one. The Stocks for Real, Sacrifice for Riches. Everybody, take care.
Yeah. I came up by the shadows with the pain that never settled. Had to wrestle with the demons in my chest like they were metal. Every step another lesson, every failure made me special. I was built inside a furnace, pressure cooked me in a level. At the level I ain't never seen before, but now I'm stepping like I'm in it. Had to move without a mender, had to hustle independent. All these nights I sacrificed, all these mornings reinvented. Woke up hungry, woke up stressed, but still I rose, stay relentless. Family on my back, I made a vow that I'll protect. Every tear my wife and cry became a sword inside my spirit. Every doubt I ever heard turned to fuel, now I'm fearless. I've been broke, I've been stuck, I've been praying for a clearing. Now I'm walking with the thunder in my chest, can you hear it? I ain't folding, I ain't stopping, I ain't bowing to the pressure. I'm the one that broke the cycle, I'm the one that learned the method. All this pain became a blueprint for the man you see progressing. I'm a product of the struggle, I'm the proof that God invested. Who he knows gon' change the message. Yeah. Grinding like I'm on a timer. Every move a new assignment. Never asked for hand-me-downs. I built the throne that I recline it. And came from moments with my pockets on E. Nobody checking on me, but I stay plotting heavy. Cooking game that wasn't free. Man, I gave more than I kept. That's the leader thing in me. I pour knowledge, feed the fan. Still remain a humble beast. I don't flex, I just work, I don't brag, I convert. All that trauma from the past, give me mileage for the turf. All that noise people talk, I'm too locked to get hurt. All that doubt just hit the filter, now I'm sharper with my work. And my daughter see the fight, see the grind, see the rise. I'm the father that I prayed for when I didn't have a God. I'm the man that I became through the nights I nearly died. But I never backed down, I adapted, then I thrived. Yeah, I've been running through the pain like a mission, like a vision, like a prophecy with discipline. I'm sculpted by the friction and the losses in the distance. Every dream I ever whispered came alive from my persistence. And the hunger in my stomach that was louder than resistance. I'm all resistance. I'm the quiet storm form. I'm the king they ignore. I'm the work ethic force. It's in a world full of noise. I'm the echo of the nights, and nobody heard my voice. Now now they quote me like scripture. Every time I make a choice, made for this car, for the grind and the shift. Built from the mud with a heart that don't quit. Still give game like a gift. They still serve when I live. Still thank God for the wins, cause I know what it is to be lost, to be broke, to be holding on hope, to be drowning in weight that could break grown folks. But I rose, they staying close to the code that I wrote. Every setback was a lesson that refined my growth. Now I stand with the proof of the battles I survived. Every cut, every bruise was a badge of the climb. I ain't perfect, but I'm present and I'm built for the times. And I give cause I know what it's like, needing a sign. Success never made me forget where I'm from. I still wake like I'm starving with the fire in my lungs. I still grind like the rent ain't paid and the storm ain't done. I still move like battle just barely begun, but I'm in. Still rising, still testing, still chosen, still investing, still humble, still aggressive, still thankful, still relentless, guy. This the story of a man who ain't fold under stress. It's the voice of the struggle turned into a weapon. Yeah.